What's up, everyone? It's me, Adam Prime, and I'm here to talk about another Gavu item. And this is the Kamen Rider action figure of a Kamen Rider Valen, the secondary rider to Gav. And yep, this is a box. I like how there's no silly name, there's no like rider kicks or anything else. This is just a new action figure line. Um, Got this gobbledygook on the side. Um, it shows you all the points of articulations. 40 points according to this. Kind of shows you its skeleton. Shows you what it comes with. Comes with items for a Gav that I do not own, or a Gavu I don't own. Um, get to do all these poses. You can do all those poses. Don't eat him. Even though he's chocolate, don't eat him. And Toei is always watching. And this top part of the box, it says Choco-Don form, which is pretty cool. Also, this gives me like such RKF vibes, like the Rider Kicks figures. Like I feel like their boxes had very similar things on the top. So that's pretty much it for the box. So I'm gonna get him in here, and we're gonna check him out. And here he is, the figure for Kamen Rider Valen. And this is a pretty good figure. I'm just gonna come out and say it right now. I obviously already have used some of his alternate hands. Just to get those out of the way, he does come with two closed fists. He's packed with these. They are super easy to change out. As you can see, they're just little ball joints. Got a little detail on the back of the hand. And if you want to change it out, just plug that in. And oh god, so there we go. Even though it's a ball joint, it's kind of a little limited because like there's not a whole lot of room for the ball joint, but it is what it is. I'm gonna keep on the gripping hand for the Valen Buster. So yeah, he comes with that, his two fists, and some accessories that are completely useless to me at the moment because I don't own the Gavu figure. Gavu hands. They are really cute because one is like him holding the little motorcycle for his sword, which is pretty well, it's both cool and cute. My brain tripped out trying to say that at the same time. And the other one is just holding a Gochi, so like I guess you could use them with Valen if you really wanted to, but like they wouldn't look right, so I don't know. Yeah, you have another open hand. And you have the Valen Buster, which looks pretty good. It doesn't have any paint, but you can see the little Choco-Don. These are movable. They move on their own, so you can kind of do whatever you want with it. So you can have it slightly open. You can have it fully closed. And even the back has a ton of detail. Sadly, as far as I can tell, there's no way to holster it. Even though, yeah, it looks like there's lines to do it, but it's not going to happen. If anyone can actually get this to holster, I don't think it can, but if I'm wrong, tell me in the comments on what I'm doing wrong. Because yeah, that holster's not real. That holster's is a ghost of a holster. But you can see the little Gochi so Choco-Don is in there. So yeah, just no paint, which isn't the biggest deal, but you know, somebody's gonna say something. But like, for what this is, it's like almost like a cheaper figure if you really want to look at it. It's not quite a cheap figure because I still would say it's like in the $20 to $30 range. But for what it is, it's not like a figure art, which Valen's figure art is probably going to be somewhere near like 50-60 bucks. So like I understand because like that's going to give you full color accessories, but for what this is pretty good. Like it has a really well done paint, and I don't know if it's because the chocolate form um is obviously a lot more matte because it's looks like chocolate obviously. The Gavu, the reason I really didn't pick that one up is I've already pre-ordered the figure art, and I really want the clear plastic, which I did find out there is a action figure version of Gavu that I think is being released in China that has clear plastic, which I think that's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm gonna pick up a Gavu, but the Valen looked too good to pass up, and honestly, having him in hand is so much better. Let's get into his articulation. He has a ball joint, and he can look all sorts of ways. He can look up slightly, down slightly. He can look to the left, a little to the right. Well, pretty much 360. He has a great bit of head movement, and you get the top part of the torso is on a ball joint. You get the bottom part of the torso, which is on a ball joint. All of them can like twist, which is pretty good. You got his chocolate abs. You do see a little bit of a gap right here in like the thing, but it's not the biggest deal depending on how you want to pose him. So yeah, he has a pretty good ab crunch. You can go that far back, that far forward, which that's pretty good. And the molding is so good. I actually didn't expect the word chocolate to be molded onto his armor, but I kind of love it. His helmet looks great. His hips kind of work on a, like, I don't know what to call this, like a slider. Like, you can slide it up so you can get better leg movement, but you can also have it up, which does kind of have slightly hindered movement. You do got his bottom of his shoes. So yeah, you can do that. You pretty much can go all the way around, which you get 90 degrees in the knee, which you can rotate it. You can even rotate it at the calf. So you can rotate it at so many different angles. I'm realizing I skipped the arms, but we'll finish the legs. It's on a ball joint, so he has no problem standing. I say as he falls. And his arms, as you can see, can do a full 360. They have like a butterfly like hinge, so you can move his hand way out there. The shoulder pad is connected to the arm but does move. I think it's on like a hinge kind of thing right here, but it doesn't really hinder the articulation that much. He has a 90 degrees in the elbow. He can move at like both ends of this, so like you can twist the arm, but you can also twist him at the top of the bicep, which is pretty good. I already went over the hands because it's just ball joints. So yeah, he is very poseable, and I really do dig his articulation. Like, when I opened him up, I just kept posing him like over and over again because he's just a really fun figure to pose around. His feet seem a little big, but I don't know, it doesn't really bother me, but it's something I feel like I noticed. I was like, man, his shoes seem huge. But like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. The armor and everything again looks great. I like the gold and everything else. The red looks great. All the browns and whites for the chocolate look really good. The silver on the belt is great. The buckle itself isn't fully painted, but that's not the biggest deal for me. Especially knowing like this is the more budgeted version of the figure you're going to be able to get. So yeah, he looks good. He is a dream to pose. You can have him pose like he's ready to open it up. You can have him like grabbing the Gochiso, like he's gonna take it out and replace it. Who knows? Like, you can do whatever you want. So let's bring in some quick comparisons for his size, because he's about like a 6-inch figure, I think. So just for the nearest example first, let's compare him to the other Valen I have, which is the vinyl version. There he is. Obviously, very much differences in prices. Um, but they both do what they need to do, and I don't know. I just like this. I just like this suit, so I guess I'm just glad I have a nice posable figure of it. But this was a nice guy to have. So we will also now bring in a figure art. Obviously, again, very different scalings, but they scale decently together, which is pretty good. I do like that. Got a 01 figure art. I also have a Marvel Legends, which is a more 6-inch like scale of a Toei Spider-Man. And yeah, he is definitely taller, but it's not the biggest deal. I still think this works. Though I do wish that they could have been he was a little bit shorter, but I get it that these are technically two different lines. But I guess some other comparisons just to keep the rider comparisons up. Here's the Soto. Here's a Soto Geo. And we will bring in well, that's a Shoto. This is Soto. A Soto Machine Chaser. And honestly, obviously, it's a very much a different scale. But if you collect figure arts or if you're collecting like Marvel Legends or anything, this isn't a bad figure to scale well with. Like he can work really well with stuff. Just for like a couple other examples that I just have on my table near me, just because I don't know, it's just something fun. Let's compare him to Imperfect Cell. So yeah, which honestly, that looks pretty good. I think that looks fine. I like that. This scale doesn't really work, but just to show the size of him, here's Soundwave. And I guess last we will show off Venom. Just a Venom I had on standby. Obviously, he is nowhere near it, but that works. I think that's fine. So yeah, that is pretty much it. That is the Kamen Rider action figure of Valen. I like it. I think this is honestly a really fun figure, very posable. Like if you think like you can do most poses you can think of, you can squat him down, you can get him like that. I will say it's like he grips onto the Valen Buster, but I don't know if I need to like the hands have stretched out or if just I need to like warm them up and just like get it to be more closed. But like he has a weird time. Like he can hold the Valen Buster and it's like he's not gonna drop it, but the Valen Buster will. Oh, now you're just gonna prove me wrong. Okay. You know what? I'll take it, Valen Buster, and he's a fun time to pose. He's really good. Like I think for what you're getting, like the paint looks really good. There are some like missing paint applications, but like I said, for like the price it is in comparison to like something like a figure art, I think this is really good. Like if you just want a figure of Valen, this might be the one to get. Like we haven't even gotten an announcement of the figure art, so who knows how long it's gonna be until we like see the like official announcement. I think we've seen it at like like not stage shows, but like toy shows and everything. They've shown off Valen and Gavu, but like I don't know if we've had like pre-orders or anything yet, or let alone how much it's gonna cost. But it's definitely gonna be more than this guy. And especially if you can pick up this guy on a sale. Like I want to say I picked him up for a little bit cheaper because I waited to pick him up and I got him for a better price. So honestly, I'm very happy with this figure. I think the paint, and I just love this form. So it's like, why would I have any complaints about having a really good figure of a suit I really like? Again, I'm just really surprised about like the chocolate being molded into the helmet. I don't know why that impressed me, but it really impressed me. Like it's something almost stupid because I didn't even think the suit had it molded on there. So I don't know. I don't know if that's like a toy choice or if the suit actually does that, but I like it. I think it's a cool detail. What do you guys think of this figure? Are you guys hoping we will get other Kamen Rider action figures? I know we're getting K King form for Gavu. I know that we're getting that. Obviously, like I said, we have a Gavu, but that's kind of it. I don't know what else we're gonna get, but I guess we'll see. If there's any other ones I pick up, I'll probably. I don't know. I like these enough. If they do like older riders like Kuga or something, I definitely pick it up. Just because I like those, I like this scale. Like 6-inch scale is kind of my preferred scale. I do like Figuarts, but that's a kind of like a 5-inch scale. But that also depends on the character. So like, you know, it is they work with 6-inch figures, so I don't really have a big deal. But this guy's great. Can highly recommend him. If you are a Valen fan, if you're a Gavu fan, if you have the Gavu, pick this guy up. Sorry for rambling. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me your thoughts down in the comments. And until whatever I do next. Bye-bye!